Hello YouTube, my name is rhianaB and welcome to the first episode of my review of Survivor Game Changers. So this is the latest season of Survivor currently going on right now, and every week I'm going to be uploading a new video talking about the latest episode, my opinions, my predictions, all the good stuff. So I want to start off with saying I'm sorry because I'm putting this video out late. I meant to do an episode last week when the first episode premiered. Didn't get to it, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a review from the first two episodes that premiered last week, and then later I'm going to talk about this episode that just happened yesterday. So let's dive in. Alright, so our first two tribes were Mana, which is the red tribe, and then we have Nuku, which is the blue tribe. I'll leave pictures right over here somewhere so you can see who is in the tribes, because I want to try to make this quick. So Nuku actually started off really strong, and they got a lot more of the supplies from the boat. They also went on a big winning streak, winning most of the challenges, and sending Mana to Tribal Council, where they got rid of Sierra first, and then Tony left after Sierra. So those are the results of the two episodes. Some things we've seen from those episodes would be that there is a bit of a conflict between Cirie and Ozzy, which is understandable because Cirie did have a big hand in voting him out when they played in Micronesia, so that is gonna be boiling under a little bit. And then of course there was Sandra. Now Sandra, I think she's playing a much different game this time around. She usually plays very under the wire, doesn't seem much of a threat, and all that sort of stuff. But this season, I feel like she's taking a lot more control. She has gathered a pretty strong alliance together, and it's worked out for her. They got rid of Tony, and Sandra and Tony were just like butting heads like the entire time that he was there, since she's still in the game and he isn't. But she's coming off very, very strong, and I find that very impressive because she is one of the bigger threats because she's won the game twice. So to me, she should be an early person to go, but apparently people are trusting her, so kudos to her for making that work. Alright, so now we're gonna dive into episode 3, which was yesterday's episode. So, right off the bat, we start with a tribe swap. Now, Survivor's done this before where they've done early tribe swaps, like really early in the game. But this one, because it's a season of all returning players and they're all very savvy about the game, that can definitely flip things over. So, not everyone was happy about it, obviously. So how it works out is now there are 3 tribes. We have Mana, and Mana is Sierra, Debbie, Haley, Ty, Brad, and Caleb. We have the new Nuku, which is Michaela, Malcolm, JT, Sandra, Aubrey, and Varner, Jeff Varner. And then we have the new Tavua, I hope I'm saying that right, Tavua tribe, which is the green tribe. And that is Troyzan, Cirie, Andrea, Sarah, Zeke, and Ozzy. Now, kind of looking at all of the tribes now, first thing I notice on Mana, pretty much everyone from the old Korong season are on that tribe. You have Debbie, you have Ty, you have Caleb. And if you remember watching that season, Caleb and Ty had a really strong relationship. So that is definitely a potential threat. We also have Haley and Sierra, who were on Worlds Apart. Now, Sierra said that they don't have a strong connection, but people are going to see that as something. So they're going to take that relationship into consideration, even if they're working together or not. Alright, so in this episode, we did have 2 idol searches. We had one from JT, who basically sent his entire tribe out in the middle of the ocean to go fishing while he was trying to find the hidden immunity idol. Now, JT has had a love-hate relationship with the hidden immunity idols. I mean, last time he played, he gave his idol up to Russell Hantz, which has gone down as one of the more stupid moves in Survivor history. So, I don't quite understand. I mean, I kind of understand. He is in the lower majority of the numbers, but at that moment, I don't know if I would have made it so obvious that he's looking for an idol. He made it blatantly obvious he is looking for an idol. And as far as we know, he didn't find it. So, I don't know. I think they're going to keep him because he's a workhorse around camp. He's good in challenges, but I don't know. It's like, I'm rooting for JT, but at the same time, he's making moves that I don't really agree with as of now. Hopefully, he can start mingling with people and getting a good alliance together so he can stay longer in the game, because if not, he's gonna be out. The other idol search we had was Troyzan. Now, again, like JT, he was on the lower end of the numbers in his new tribe, so he definitely needed the hidden immunity idol. He thought he did. And luckily enough for him, he found a clue. He found the clue to the idol. And the clue stated that the hidden immunity idol was in the challenge, which Survivor has done before. But in a season like this, I mean, you make that blatantly obvious that you're looking for an idol in a challenge. You have to be really sly and make sure that you are very under the wire and no one notices you trying to look for something. And of course, Troyzan is like, I thought when in the challenge, he was gonna like be ripping through those ropes to get the panels out for the puzzle. And then he was gonna try to like look around, like be winded, but that didn't work. And the whole entire time I'm watching the challenge go, he is seriously just, I look at him, he's got his hands on his knees and he looks so defeated and tired, and I'm like, oh my god, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He looks so pissed he couldn't find it. So Nuku ended up winning first, so they are safe from tribal council. They also get a tarp, and they decided to get comfort for body, which is like a hammock, pillows, all that sort of stuff. And Tavua came in second, so they're immune, and they also get spices and things like that. And we see the moment where Troyzan is like hovering over that puzzle board, and he's just like, he's trying his best trying to find it, and literally for like a minute, I'm like, Troyzan, it's right in front of you. It is right freaking there. And finally he did find, and yes, he did find the idol. He has a hidden immunity idol for his tribe. So we'll see in the future what that means for Troyzan. He may use it to his advantage. I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. But now we have to go back to Mana, who I think is going to be the cursed tribe of the season, because yet again, they go to tribal council. Different players, different castaways, but Mana's going to tribal council. So the three main names on the chopping block for Mana is Caleb, Haley, is basically Caleb and Haley, who were on the old Mana tribe. And now they're trying to figure out what everyone else is trying to figure out, what are they going to do about this? Ty really wants to keep Caleb because Caleb is really good in challenges. He's really strong, he can be loyal, but I think everyone else saw the connection between Ty and Caleb, and even Debbie, as something to fear. Sierra said it herself. Debbie kind of wanted to keep Caleb because she could use both of them, but, but the majority was kind of like, we kind of need to get rid of Caleb because further down the road, he's going to be a big threat. So at Tribal Council, I gotta say, I was really impressed with Haley. Haley really worked that Tribal Council. She is a phenomenal speaker, and I honestly forgot how much of a speaker she really is, because it's been a while since I've seen Worlds Apart, since it aired on TV, so I didn't always remember what moves she made, but I gotta say, I'm impressed. She worked that Tribal Council like nothing else. She was defending herself, she was dragging Caleb through the mud, basically. She flipped his words against him. Honestly, compared to that, Caleb really didn't have much of a chance at staying, but I really wanted Caleb to stay because I liked Caleb. And, this was also the day, like, on day 9, he was evacuated from the season he participated in last because he was literally gonna die. So you want him to make it through so badly, and you're like, oh, come on, keep him. But yes, Caleb did become the 3rd person voted out of Game Changers. So that makes me really sad. I really wanted Caleb to make it far. I felt like he had a really good chance of getting far into the game and possibly even making it to the finals. I don't know if he maybe would have won, but I loved Caleb so much. And it kind of sucks that he did go out on the same day he was evacuated last time. That's a little cruel, but it's the way Survivor goes. So what can you do? All right, so from next episode, there's going to be another switch in the game. What that is, I have no idea. It could be another tribe swap. Maybe it's something else. No idea. There is going to be another game-changing move in the next episode. So we'll see what that entails. Until then, though, I'm going to make a couple of guesses of who I think will be eliminated next season. So I've got my little notes here. Alright, so let's say if the tribes are going to stay the same, if Mana goes back to Tribal Council again, I would probably have to say Haley would probably be the next to go. but she's a pretty good speaker, so I'm giving her much more of a chance. And another person I think who could be voted off after Haley would maybe be Ty. He is loyal, but he has an issue with, I don't know, he's like too loyal and he's too open with his thoughts sometimes. So he may be drawing a little bit too much attention to himself, and that may come back to haunt him. So on Mana, I would have to say Haley or Ty if they go back to Tribal Council. If Nuku finally goes to Tribal Council, then I don't know, maybe, probably Sandra, because the thing with Sandra is, unless she's got a really good alliance going with her in this new Nuku, which I don't think she really has at this point, I think they're gonna have to get rid of her. She's not really good in challenges, and they all know she's won twice, so why keep her? So if Nuku goes to Tribal Council, I definitely would have to say it's probably gonna be Sandra, but if Sandra did what she did last time and got rid of Tony, she may go and try to get rid of JT, who's the only other winner in this season, so we'll see how that goes. And if Tavua goes to Tribal Council, probably no-brainer, Suri would have to go. She was on the chopping block at the old Nuku tribe, and honestly, if she makes it past, I'm gonna be shocked, because I love Suri, I love her so much, but I know she can't win. She can never win this game because it's gonna be too easy. If she gets to the finals and actually pleads her case to the jury, she is going to win. She is a fantastic speaker, and she's someone who can manipulate people very easily. She pulled off one of the biggest moves in Survivor history back in Micronesia when she convinced Eric to give up his individual immunity. So she can do it. So if Tavua goes to Tribal Council, unless something else crazy happens, which has happened before, Suri is probably going to be going home. Alright guys, so that is my review of episode 3 of Survivor Game Changers, plus a little bit of a recap from episode 1 and 2. I'm sorry again that these are late, but hopefully after this I will upload these every week to recap everything about Survivor, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me in the comments down below if you have your own opinions about what's going to happen in the future. Who do you think is going to go home next? Leave me those comments. It's fun to read those, so definitely leave them in. And if you want to see my future videos or videos I've already done, go ahead and hit subscribe. That's all I have for you guys today. Until the next video, bye! Mwah.